I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see. It's not even let me put my avatar in there. Hey, Nettie. It's not even. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Um, I gotta cut my phone off because I can't see if I do it that way. Okay, let me click on my channel. We got 5 people in here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Can y'all hear me? Hello. Hey, Lincoln Boot. Hey, Carla Boot. Hey, Young Boot. Lincoln, Marissa, Young. What's up, y'all? So if y'all can hear me, somebody let me know. Let me go back. It won't let. I know what's going. Okay, bam. Can y'all hear me? Let me see if y'all can hear me. Hello, everyone coming in. Welcome, everyone that's coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blessings, 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 everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. They say yes. Okay. So I'm going to take this away. I'm going to take my avatar away and I'm going to see if y'all can hear me because I want to be able to stop it and stuff like that. We got 8 people in the chat. Can y'all please hit the thumbs up? So let me come out of here. I don't think I'm able to do that. I'm trying, y'all. Let me see. Thank you, Young. Yes, we can. So let me go here. One moment, y'all. I'm gonna explain to y'all what we about to see. I can get this thing together. I might not gonna be able to do it the way I want to do it. Um, you're welcome. Marissa, I am good. Dang, y'all. Okay, now I need to know if y'all can hear me. No, I don't. No, I did not hear you when you took your avatar. Okay, it was silent. So can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. If not, I'm just gonna go ahead and play. So that means that y'all can't hear me. Now I can hear you. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm not gonna put my avatar up there. So y'all, welcome, 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 welcome. So y'all, I'm home today, and well, I got off of work early today. But what I'm saying is, I appreciate everybody coming over. So y'all, this story right here, it's kind of a little long, but I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna talk. So what happened is, I'm pretty sure that some of y'all heard about this story. It's an old story, but I listened to every detail today. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all, that's the spirit of Jezebel. You hear me? So this man here, that's over to the right, the light skinned guy, he's over to the right, and he went to prison, y'all. He was in the military. Um, he was in the military and he was just living his best life, having an amazing life. Okay, the man, the dark skinned man there with the dreads in his hair. Okay, we're not gonna call their names, but their names is up on the screen if y'all want to know their name. But I'm not personally going to call their names. Okay, so the man with the dreads, the dark skinned husky guy. Okay, he is the father. He has a son. He had a son, past tense. He had a son that was in the he had a son that was married to this lady, and she was his son was married to this lady, and she was also in the military. So she got involved with the other guy, the light-skinned guy. She got involved with him. His daughter-in-law got involved with the light-skinned guy. His daughter-in-law got involved with the light-skinned guy. Okay, they both was in the military. They began to start having an affair. Okay, and when they began, y'all can pull this story up too and watch it yourself. I watched the whole thing. But his daughter-in-law, the dark-skinned man, began to have an affair with this light-skinned man while they was in the military. So one day he said um he began to they had, you know, when you're military, you gotta, and the ones that out there been in the military, I know you gotta update your life insurance policies. So as they was updating their life insurance policy, she mentioned the man, his the lady that he's sleeping with is married to this guy's daughter. She mentioned to him when they was talking about life insurance policies, the number that she called out of the money that you can get if the spouse, you lose a spouse or whatever. And she said she sure could use that. And he was laughing or whatever, played it off, and she said it again, so she meant it. Okay. This man right here really wasn't too interested in this woman, but you got to be careful out here because the spirit of Jezebel, that's what we're talking about today. YouTube will not allow me to put the name on the title because that's just how they feel. Hey, Ginger baby, that's just how YouTube do. You got to be careful what how you title it. This is on a news channel, so it's not nobody else's content. But the spirit of Jezebel is so strong. If you don't have the power in you, and if you don't recognize the signs of Jezebel, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us as mothers have sons that's older that notice the spirit of Jezebel in some of your sons' women. And we didn't understand why we was fighting them with tooth and nail, like she ain't right, this, that, and the third. But a lot of us escaped them type of women, you know? So unfortunately, this guy here that's holding the phone, the dark-skinned guy, his son was not fortunate enough to escape the spirit of Jezebel. So I'm going to play this story, and I want you to listen very closely to this man that's holding the phone, the light-skinned man. He's the one who did the damage. That's how we're going to call it. He's the one who did the damage. The reason why this dark-skinned man don't have his son today. But it took him to go to prison, wake up in prison, and realize all these things that was the woman was, the power that the woman had, the spirit of Jezebel, the power that she had over him that he could not shake. To where that spirit is on him a little bit, but it's not so much because he's recognizing that he had to go find God in prison, and now he see and he don't understand how this woman had so much power over him. So y'all, we have to be careful of the spirit of Jezebel. So I'm going to begin to play it. So the reason why you see them two on the screen, the one that took his son away from here, the light-skinned man, is the one who took his son out this world. He asked for the father to come and visit him so he can tell this story. So here we go, y'all.
Yo.
In court, you was trying to say something.
Can you hear me? I can hear you. I can.
Oh, this is Mr. Hassel Jr.
Yeah,
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. You know, under the circumstances.
honestly, uh, I'm very sorry. You know, I know that is not even enough. You know, um, I'm gonna just tell you my side. You know, I know regardless. But you do deserve that. And to be honest with you, it's sad, but you deserve that. You know, I was going through things with my wife. We was already planning a divorce, right? Um, Met Kamaya because we was in the same platoon, you know, and me and her liked each other. We started messing around, and she was telling me she wasn't happy. Now, we didn't discuss. Well, I'll step by step. Me and her was messing with each other heavily. We liked each other heavily, you know. And when we got to Korea, it was probably like the the fourth month that we was there, and we was updating our life insurances. And when we did so, we went back to the barracks, and me and her is in there, me in my room, and she brought it up. She goes, "So is your wife on the life insurance?" And I was like, "Nah, it's my mom." And she was like, "Okay." She was like, "Yeah, I'm on ties." I was like, "Okay," you know what I'm saying? And she was just like, "Yeah, you know what I'll do with 400,000?" I was like, "There's a whole bunch of shit you can do with 400,000." And she was like, "Yeah, I'll pay off the house," you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I was like, "True, I'll probably just give me a bike." I don't know. I was whatever with it. And she was just like, "Yeah, 400,000 would be nice." And I was like, then she said it again. I was like, "Damn, you talking like you would want him to die, like you want an accident to happen." And she sat there and she looked at me and she was like, "What's up?" At that moment, man, I should have been like, "Bitch, you crazy," but man, sir, like, I really opened up to her. I really did. What I wanted, a family, because my family, my mom and dad, this is a whole bunch. I opened up to her. I wanted different. And she knew all that. She was the first woman that I opened up to. I didn't even really open up to my wife because me and her past was bad, you know. Um, so at that moment, I was just like you cap. And she was like, "No, I'm for real. I ain't gonna cap, man. Sir, I was in love with her, you know. I don't know. It honestly took me, like 6 times, sir. At least 6 times. I'm being completely honest with you.
Okay, y'all.
The
So
first time I choked,
wait a minute. So he said when he was going to go ahead and commit the crime, he said it honestly took him 6 times to try to take this man's son out of here. It took him 6 times. So that right there let y'all know that the Holy Spirit was riding his back over and over. It took him 6 times before he did it.
while I was feeling anxious. This is when he was coming from that club, the one club that's right there by that gas station. Being honest with you, sir. Um, I was right there waiting on him. When he was heading home, I was already, there waiting. I'm sitting there and I was thinking about this. I'm just like, yo, like, I was getting anxious. And I was just like, man, you know what? So I started walking off. He came. I did run back, but he was already in the house. And I was like, man, I'm tripping. I went back to the car. She messaged me. She was like, yeah, he's inside already. He's not coming back out. I was like, fuck it, another time. Honestly, she didn't even really want me to spend time with my family. Like, she really just wanted to do this and get out. I haven't seen my family in a year and a half. You know what I mean?
You see the power of Jezebel? That this spirit just wanted him to do what she wanted him to do. She did not even want this man to spend time with his own family when he came home to visit. All the power of Jezebel wanted to do for him to do what she wanted him to do, and that was to take her husband out of here.
look, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm just giving you my side, sir. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I was wrong as fuck, and I'm truly sorry. I mean that. I seriously
Well,
mean that.
well,
But
that's what I came here for anyway. I mean,
okay.
I see something. I looked at you and I could see it's something that you want to get off. So me, I ain't got nothing else. I ain't even got my son. You know what I mean? So if you got something that you want to say, I'm that's what I came here to listen to.
So the second time, it was probably like 2 days after that. You know your the 2 garbage cans you have right there by your patio. I was waiting right there, and he had came out. Sir, I'm sorry. Look, I choked many times. You know what I mean? And it was just my strive for her. And I know.
Y'all hear what he said? He said he tried many times to not do it, but it was his strive for her. That's how the spirit of Jezebel put her claws on you, and you can't do nothing but what she says.
I was twisted. My mind was twisted. I thought I had to do that in order for me to have a family with her because I wanted kids. It was, and how we met, I don't know. Like I thought it was unique. You know what I'm saying? It was different because I like it's just petty as fuck, man. Like to be honest with you, I don't. Another time too. That time I choked. The next time, Ty was out there with his brother. I think his brother has a gray Honda Civic or something like that. I don't know if it's a brother or not.
I don't recognize that car. Yeah, it's blue.
It's like a light color. It's like a Honda
Okay.
Civic or like an Acura or something like that.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, the brother or someone, whoever it was in there smoking. I was right there. Ty had came up and he was talking to him. And that's when right before Ty had came up, she told me like, oh, the brother is, out there and stuff. And I was like, damn, why you ain't tell me? And she was just like, I just found out. I was like, oh. And she was just like, that's when Ty came up and started talking to him. And she was like, get them both.
Did y'all hear that? That he said somebody else was out there with him, and she, the spirit of Jezebel, told him to get them both. That's how bad she wanted it.
I was like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, nah, like, I need him alone. Like, why you want me? You know what I'm saying? At that moment, I should have been like, yo, like, honestly, I was blind. Like, I was blinded. I thought that was love. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just crazy, man. I'm truly sorry. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real with you. Like, I'm truly sorry. It's fucked up how his own battle. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of me and being in the same platoon, we still in the army. You know what I'm saying? That's technically my battle. And that's just it's just fucked up, man. I don't know, man. I thought I loved her. Man, I was. You know what I'm saying? She basically used that. You know what I'm saying? I had issues already, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I hated, you know what I'm saying? I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I thought Kamaya was like my light. You know what I'm saying? Like how everything came. You know what I'm saying? Especially with me and her. Like, I don't know, man. It just fucked up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I should have been more of a man and be like, nah, like you tripping. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I was weak towards her. To be honest with you. I was giving her everything she wanted, and I knew that she wanted it. And I know it's fucked up. I'm truly sorry.
So this what it looks like for when the spirit of Jezebel gets you to do something. They make you feel like that you're loved. I love you, and they can't live without you, and they get you to do things like this. Now he very apologetic, you know what I'm saying? But he don't have her, and he don't have his life out there in the world because that spirit was so powerful. That's why he want to talk now. So what happens is the Jezebel, when she get a hold of you, that spirit, when it get a hold of you, it manipulates you to do things like this, and you wake up in prison and you trying to really figure out, like, why did I do that? Like, how did I let this spirit take control over me?
I mean that.
So afterwards, did you talk to her afterwards?
After the incident,
Yeah.
yeah, like, yeah.
Did she stand? Did she watch?
Did she watch?
Yeah. Was she in the window? Did she watch? Or did she say anything about that?
Nah, she didn't. She wasn't at the window. She didn't say anything about that.
No. I just wondered because I mean, after this whole scenario just came out and she like he died in my arms, but you really wanted him dead. I mean, you was the main person that wanted him dead. So I wonder, what role did she play in that part?
Well, I mean, what do you mean by what role? I mean,
I
you
mean, I'm
see,
just saying, was
you see
he?
clearly that was her role.
Yeah, I mean, I'm meaning when he got shot. What did she come out? Did she really, she acted
I
so
was already,
concerned?
I, I was already gone. To
Yeah,
be
I
honest
was
with
just
you.
wondering if she talked to you about that afterwards.
I mean, yeah, she did. Matter of fact, she did. She was like, yeah, like, he died in my arms. And she was saying she was sad about it. And I'm like, then why'd you have me fucking do it then? Like, you know what I'm saying? But she was just like, it's cool. Like, that's when I was like, I'm here for you. Like, that's what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know.
So now y'all see the confusion. So the spirit that was on her finally let her go. So the spirit of Jezebel and them evil spirits, once they get you to do what they want you to do, then they let you go. You heard he just now said that she went back to normal after the job was done. And now he in confusion, like, what? You said that I did it? That I took this your husband out of this world? You said I'm confused. So that's when the confusion come in. That's the spirit of the enemy. Carla said, did he even think that he was giving up all chances to have all that he really wanted? Said. Legend said, hello, LTWL Mars, currently going home, but I'm listening. Okay, brother. And Carla said, hey, Legend. So the spirit didn't let him go. It didn't let her go, and it didn't let him go.
But afterwards, like after that, you know what I'm saying? She was normal. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Especially like when her sister came down. You know what I'm saying? They were taking pictures. She was sending me pictures afterwards. She was happy. So I was like, okay, like, what the fuck? And I was even asking her too, like, you know what I'm saying? So what's up? Like, what's up with us? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It was just weak. It was just weak, man. I don't know, man. She knew what she was doing, man. She a good actor, man.
Hey, Ginger.
She a good ass actor. She knew what she was doing. And I was too stupid to fucking see it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
So what prompted you to make the decision to plead guilty instead of no contest? Because you wanted to talk.
Basically. I couldn't take it, man. I've been in here for 22-hour lockdown since February. You know what I'm saying? All I had been doing was thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact I deprived Chunk of his father and his mother. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how his mother, you know what I'm saying? Period. At the end of the day, I'm the reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just couldn't take the shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's like I just want to do my time and hopefully get out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know if that's even possible. You know? So I don't know. And how my lawyer was talking, I don't know, man. I ain't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know shit about law, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
They ain't got no law, nothing. I just got close with God, you feel me? That's it, really. I never touched the Bible until January.
He never touched the Bible until January. So the spirit of Jezebel, how she do is she go and find her prey. And her prey is somebody that don't have a prayer life. So that leaves a doorway for the enemy to be able to walk in and have his way with you. So you got to have a prayer life.
And I ain't really, and when I saw her get fried, you feel me? I just wanted a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was my only chance, to be honest with you. So Yeah.
Well, man, I appreciate you talking. I appreciate your remorse. You know what I mean? But I don't know how much you know about me or how much you know about my son, but you're gonna meet a lot of friends in there, bro.
Hmm.
It's we if they from Ben Harbor, 90% of them know us, and we very popular. I don't know if Kamaya told you about about us or whatever, but you're gonna meet a lot of friends.
How should I take that?
Hmm.
I mean, I'm just telling you, it's a lot of the talk. I don't know if they what's going on inside of there or whatever, but she ain't showed no remorse at all. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at least you did speak to me. I ain't seen my grandson since the incident. I can't even pick up the phone, and I feel like I can't even call them. Like I don't even know who I was dealing with. You know what I mean? I done lost
You know,
track of.
and you know, another thing too, like, sir, there was a lot. Like you remember the incident with Chunk when he got his leg burned?
Yeah,
You know, like, sir, it was deep. Like me and her was deep. And it was like she always she always it was just negative things about Ty and y'all, and that was another reason that kind of fueled me. But I didn't really want to do it. But
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I was just
she told him a lot of stuff about the family. That's how they do manipulation. That spirit begins to go in your head and be like, this person is a bad person, and this right here, this not right here. And he began to get angry. He wanted this lady's son. It wasn't his son, it was the man that's not here no more son. And he wanted a family, and he felt like that spirit had him thinking, and it had him thinking that if you take this man out of here, that I'm gonna live happily ever after with you and your son.
blind. There's many things that she would tell me, bad things about him. And it wasn't even that bad now that I really look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just ungrateful. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't seeing that. I was trying to, like, saying, be that I don't know, man, goofy man. Really, honestly, to be honest with
you
you.
know what? That dude, my son didn't show no affection. He probably lacked on that, but when he married her, I told her, don't marry nobody for money. Just because you in the army, I know they give you more money. You marry somebody because you love them. And the honest to God truth, man, that boy truly loved that girl. I don't know if she manipulated. I mean, she's a massive manipulator.
Hmm.
But it's all messed up, and I wish it could have went another way. But you know what I mean. And honestly, man, you seem like a good guy for real. I mean, you said you just sit up here and said you deprived Chunk of his mama and his father. So to me, man, really, man, you seem like a good dude.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm listening.
But man, you threw your life away, bro, and sadly, it come on my account too. I'm never gonna be the same. But you got a level head on your shoulder, man. Just talking to you, and and knowing that, like I deal with pain, but I've been dealing with it since that day. So it's kind of it makes it easier for me to sit here and talk to you, you know. Um, but I've been angry for a long time. You know what I mean? Because
You
I
have you
ain't
have the
got
you have the fucking right to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening.
yeah, but I ain't write things down that I wanted to talk to you about. I just came. You know what I mean? I wanted to hear what you had to say. I wanted to when they was trying to push you out the courtroom, you had something to say, and I really wanted to know what it was. You know what I mean? Is that all that you wanted to say? You just wanted to.
No, it's just we do have an hour. I might as well just tell you how everything went. I mean, are you okay? Are you comfortable with that?
I'm okay with it.
All right. So,
I absolutely, and Carla, he's still locked up, but I absolutely commend this man, this father, for sitting there talking to somebody that took their child away. Yeah, that's the spirit of forgiveness. He had forgave. He mad. He ain't forgot, but he had forgave, because if he wouldn't have forgave this man, he would not be sitting there today.
detail by detail. With me and her, we this was before my wife had came, before we had left to Korea. Now Kamaya, I didn't really look at her like that, to be honest with you. You know, when I first met her, you know, and she was helping me because I had no car yet, going back and from to work. You know what I'm saying, from the barracks. So she was doing that all week, and this is when they only had that Honda Accord or something like that. And she was helping me out. You know what I'm saying. She also helped me out with, you know what I'm saying, another chick that I was messing with, you know what I'm saying, in the hotel room. She had got me a plan B, you know what I'm saying, because I wanted one, you know what I'm saying, for her, for another chick. You know what I'm saying? She was peeping that I was, you know what I'm saying, and she liked it, you know what I'm saying, but I didn't really know. One time, her gas was on E, you know what I'm saying, and this is when she was like, you know, she's commenting about gas. I was like, you know, I might as well, you know, I should get you gas because you've been taking me back to work, you know what I'm saying, I could at least do that. And she was like, oh, you really gonna do that? I'm like, yeah, like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So we went to the gas. I pumped her gas. And I was like, you want something to eat? You know what I'm saying? Like on some battle buddy shit. You know what I'm saying? And she was just like, damn, like you gonna pump my gas and give me some food? Like, yeah, like
She was boosting his head up bad. That stuff is normal. Somebody buying you something to eat, giving you some gas. That's the bait of that spirit.
you know, my husband don't even do that.
Listen,
You want some food or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? And she was just like, nah, I'm good. Okay. 2 days later, I had a dream about her,
hmm.
you know, and I woke up from a call from her from that dream. And to be honest with you, I ran with that, you know. When she called me, she was like, yeah, I'm just making sure if you got, you know, you got a ride. I was like, nah, Sergeant Smith gonna pick me up. I appreciate it. And she was like, okay. I was like, hey, I gotta tell you something. And that's when I told her about the dream and stuff. When we had went down and um, qualified for M-Force. And we were talking, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, you know, I had a dream. And she was like, oh, yeah, like, what was it about? And I started laughing. I was like, man, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we kept talking. She gave me her Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? She was putting decent pictures. I peeped. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started commenting on her. You know what I mean? And, you know what I'm saying? She would comment on me on my Snapchats. You know what I'm saying? We got close. And matter of fact, and before all that, when we was in the car and she was taking me to get the plan B, Ty had
Yes.
called. I ain't know Ty at all. Well, Sergeant Hassel. You know, I shouldn't even be calling him Ty. Sergeant Hassel. You know, he called and you know, they were talking. I'm just in the front seat. You know what I'm saying? This is before we really, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just in the car and he was talking to her, telling her about Chunk. You know what I'm saying? And she was just like, you know, like wasn't really trying to listen. Honestly, like she was just like annoyed. Honestly, I was peeping it, but I was just like, what the fuck? So finally, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll talk about it later. And Ty, he was just, Sergeant Hassel, he was just like, ain't nothing much to talk about. Like, I basically told you everything. And I was like, true. You know what I'm saying? And finally, she was like, all right, like, we'll just, okay, well, I'll just talk to you later. So they hung up. And right before he called, me and her was talking. Right when like, they hung up, you know, she looked at me, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, yeah, so what were we talking about? Like, she gave me this glare, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I don't know, like, she had this interest, you know what I'm saying, with me. That was like the first thing, especially after the dream. You know what I'm saying? Them two things, like, I don't know, man, I ran with that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's petty as hell, but like, I don't know, I thought, you know, she was the one for me, especially.
We just talked about dreams the other day. Somebody in here said that the dreams mean opposite. So God was probably trying to show him then, but he thinking just because he dreamed about her that he thinking that this right here was a go. This is what he's supposed to do. She walking around him mad and really want him to ask her what's wrong so she can complain about her husband. She began, the spirit of Jezebel definitely strokes your ego and try to make you the center of attention and you the only one that can help them. And that spirit is powerful. Y'all hear me? Marissa said she's stroking his ego. Carla said that's really awesome of the dad to hear him out. That's powerful. That is very powerful. You hear me? Because I don't know what I would do in this situation if I had to deal with it. The dad is getting his closure.
When me and my wife, then this is when it came up. My wife had came, and me and her was already planning divorce. We was already rocky, you know what I'm saying? And me and her got into a big argument, you know what I'm saying? So when when she had left, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted a fresh start, you know what I'm saying? A fresh start. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what made me talk to her, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, you know, because on some battle buddy shit, you know what I'm saying? Even though we still flirted. And I was telling her like all that, you know what I'm saying? Then we started liking each other. And then like a few days after that, this is when she finally made her first move, you know what I'm saying? We had to get our ERBs and something else we had to print out. We was in the ACS, that's where the computers are. So we sitting there, I'm sitting there. She's sitting right next to me. She messaged me on Snapchat. So I'm like, what you messaging me for? So I opened it up and she was like, I don't know what it is, but you know, I'm wet. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what the fuck? Man, at that moment, like I had butterflies, but really that was the Holy Spirit saying like, that's an adulterous woman. Now that I read the scriptures, you know what I'm saying?
Did y'all hear that? He said that was really the whole, she didn't text him talking about she wet down there. Listen, let's take this back a second.
Sitting right next to me. She messaged me on Snapchat. So I'm like, what you messaging me for? So I opened it up and she was like, I don't know what it is, but you know, I'm wet. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what the fuck? Man, at that moment, like I had butterflies, but really that was the Holy Spirit saying like, that's an adulterous woman. Now that I peeped the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I had cool, you feel me? Later on that night, later on that day, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And after that, you know what I'm saying, I liked her more, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I started opening up to her, you know what I'm saying? But really, I wasn't seeing how much of an adulterous woman she was, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it was like my fresh start, you know what I mean? And I was giving her everything, you know what I'm saying? I was buying her things. When we was in Korea, man, I was buying her things. Man, I spent so much money on her, you feel me? She wasn't asking for it, I was just giving it to her, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling her, like, you know, you my woman, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is when she was like, we're going to do the divorce thing, you know what I'm saying? And finally, at like 4th month, that's when we had that conversation, you know what I'm saying? And instead of me rebuking her, being like, bitch, you tripping, you know, I didn't see it. Like, I just thought, I don't know, man. I was.
He said that he should have been rebuking her when she sent him that text message saying that her little panties is whatever they doing. He said he got butterflies. God gives us warning before destruction. We all get warnings in different ways. You know, God was trying to warn him several times. Listen, he said he should have been rebuking her. It took him to go to prison to see this spirit had so much power over him, y'all.
Tweaking. I was fucking tweaking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was like six situations, you know what I'm saying? I kept choking in circumstances where, you know, they'll pull up, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like, and the final time, this is what happened. She was just like, you know, we need to do this because we leaving on the 3rd or something like that. And I was like, man, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? I came and basically I missed, you know what I'm saying? Like he had went somewhere. She was like, oh, he's gone. And I was like, man, all right, fuck it. And she was just like, we'll do this when we go to Georgia. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, nah, like I want to do this now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to get this shit over with. So when we left, he was gone. Like she said he wasn't coming back. I was like, all right. And I was like, damn, like can I at least see you or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I was like, let me get a quickie, you know what I'm saying? Or at least let me see you. And she was just like, nah, like this ain't what we here for. This ain't what we, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn. She's like, we will do all that in Georgia. And then she also said she had chunk. And I was like, yeah, that's understandable because
He began to start craving that spirit. He was craving this woman.
it is cold. True. I was like, man, but I was still mad because it's like, man, you're like, you really want me to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I even told her we really had to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. So when I left, that's when she was like, oh, he's coming back. And I was already mad because it's like, you don't even want to see me. Like, you really just want me to do this shit. So I was like, man, fuck. So I came back and that's when it happened. Honestly, I was mad. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was so many fucking shots. Because it's like she wanted me to do it. And I was like, you want it? And then that's when I just did it.
So he didn't got frustrated when it was time for him to do it. For time for him to do it. This spirit was nagging him so much it then took control over his mind, his body, and his soul. That when it was time for him to take this man's son out of this world, he shot him so many times. He said he was mad, he was frustrated because she wanted it done. The spirit of Jezebel had took over this man where he couldn't even think but do what she said. I know he's sorry he told him that. Yes.
Man, like, I'm giving you a shorter thing, to be honest with you. It's just, man, I opened up to her like a motherfucker, man. Like a motherfucker. Like my parents, like all that shit. Like I don't want no. And instead of me doing that shit with my wife, you know what I'm saying? Me and my wife it was just trash. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, ain't no fucking excuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you my side, you know. And it's still, regardless, it was trash. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, and I'm very sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm way better than that. You know what I'm saying? But I just like, man, one of the days, in between them days, she even messaged me because she sent me a picture of her and Chunk. And I was like, man, I want y'all both. And she was like, we waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, she knew what she was doing, man. She knew what the fuck she was doing. Like, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I just let her use me as an instrument. You know what I'm saying? She was using all my desires of wanting like a good family and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have known that wasn't the only fucking way. But it was just how everything went. Like, I don't know, man. It was just stupid. It's fucking stupid, man.
Wow.
So y'all, I mean, thinking after all that y'all thought that y'all can live happily ever after that. Because once you, I mean, me on the outside looking in, you got a person that you know, both of us know what we did, you know, later down the line. And I don't know if that would make the trust stronger or would it make you untrustworthy?
You know? Wait, with what? With her, right?
Yeah, with each other.
Yeah, you know what? And I was thinking that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't know, man. I thought I was different. You know, I thought I was special. You know what I'm saying? But what difference? You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably done the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the way she was complaining, you know what I'm saying? Man, I was giving her everything. Like, man, I was like her. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That shit was just fucking stupid, man. It's fucking stupid.
He don't even realize. He didn't even realize what he actually did until he did it. That's how powerful that thing is. When the father asked him the question, did y'all think y'all was gonna live happily ever after? Did y'all see his response on his face? He really believed that was going to happen. That's how that spirit gets you. It'll have you thinking that you on top of the world and you untouchable. And I said that. I said the enemy will use you to come up against God's children, and then the enemy gonna come back and get you too. And that's exactly where we at right now. Keep your wet dreams to yourself.
It was just devilish, man. The whole fucking situation.
Devilish.
You know what I'm saying? My goofy ass still care about her. I was willing to sacrifice and shit because I felt bad. Like for Chunk. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, let me go ahead, like see if I could, something, just so at least Chunk could have his mom. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, they don't work that way. You know what I'm saying?
That spirit so powerful. He in there for the rest of his life, and he said he still cared. He wanted to say that she ain't had nothing to do with it, and he can't shake that spirit. He's shaking it now, but he can't shake. He couldn't shake it at the time of this interview.
I don't know.
Man, well, you couldn't see the trial because you wasn't there. But even on
Right.
one of her videos, she was like, "He don't give a fuck about me. He told on me, or he got me involved, and he don't care about me and Chunk. She didn't care about you, bro. Honestly,
That's what. Who's she saying that about?
Listen,
she was talking to the police, and she was talking about you like you don't care about her and Chunk because you wouldn't have got her involved."
look at the spirit still on him, y'all.
What the fuck? She said that shit for real?
Yeah.
I'm so,
Did y'all just see that spirit on him? I want somebody to tell me that y'all seen that spirit on this man. Look,
hey, what the fuck? She said that shit for real?
Yeah.
wow.
I'm sorry. Wow.
Mm, mm, mm.
Man, on my phone, I had pictures of her and Chunk, sir. I had pictures of her and Chunk all on my phone. You know what I'm saying? February 2nd, 2017. Man, I know I had a twisted way, not a twisted, yeah, a twisted way of showing my love for Chunk because, of what I did. But I did care about him, period. I called him my son. And I know, man, look, she wanted me to do it, man. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted her, you know what I'm saying? And she knew what she was doing. She wanted the money. So I don't know what the fuck that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. What else you was saying?
Listen, he's so concerned about what she
But
was.
really, I mean, she ain't saying that during the trial. It was just during the video.
That spirit heavy on him. And what else she was saying?
Um, that they recorded because she failed a lie detector test, but they couldn't talk about it during trial. It's lie detector test is inadmissible in court. But during that video, she mentioned that. She said that. But she admitted to everything that y'all planned it on. She had a phone conversation with her mama and it was recorded. She admitted that y'all planned it. Y'all been messing around for a while. And I guess she mentioned to the police, I didn't see all that, that she was unhappy and that's what it was.
Yeah, not once. Not once. She was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to do this. I even said that. And she was just like, bro, she wanted it. But she even said it on her statement. Yes, you do. Like,
That's spirit.
that's contradicting on her even saying that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, she did say she just as guilty as you.
Right. Right, I am too. I'm not saying I am. I don't mean to, like, you know what I'm saying? But just the fact that you said that I didn't care about her a chunk. I did. I did so much for her.
Yeah, well, I was just telling you what she said because
Look at his face.
you know what I mean. You don't get a chance to hear it, and just letting you know. But and I appreciate you even talking to me. Um, I don't really know
I
how much.
appreciate you.
I don't really know how much more it make me or better it make me feel, but I did want to know. You know what I mean? I consider myself a strong guy, and good thing you found God in there. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
It shouldn't have took me to do this. Like, man, I'm not. It shouldn't have took this situation for me to get close to him.
Wow.
Honestly, that shit's fucking sad. Excuse my language, but that's crazy.
It's gonna be a rough road, bro. I've been there. Just so you know, I've been there. MDOC.
Yeah.
It's tough. I always said I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And right now, you probably my worst enemy, and I'm talking to you.
Mm.
But I guess I'll see you at sentencing and listen to what else you got to say. Unless you got anything else to say.
Um. No, sir. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
that shit crazy. You got me thinking now. Like, she said I didn't care about her, or
Listen, that spirit is so daggone strong. He's sitting here still worried about what she said in the trial and she didn't care about it. This man is sitting beside you talking to you about your son that you done took out this world. That spirit is gone. It's crazy, y'all.
Chunk.
She didn't. I ain't saying she meant it like you didn't ever care about her, but she was just saying because y'all got caught up that
Look at his face.
you implicated her instead of just taking the rap for yourself. Basically, what you said, you almost took the rap by yourself.
I mean, I didn't speak. She spoke everything. I didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
Exactly. I'm just telling you, man. You was dealing with a twisted minded individual, man. Just so you
Man,
know.
she twisted my shit too.
You hear that?
Man,
He said she twisted my stuff too. That was that spirit on him. And at the time of this interview, that spirit is still on him. If y'all can tell when it goes in and when it goes out, you can look at him and you can tell.
I don't know, man. I thought she was my light, but the devil comes as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that?
You know,
Well,
I didn't know.
according to the Bible, they say the spirit of Jezebel is something else. You'll find it in there.
Come on now. That's why
Jezebel.
we here today.
I ain't, and I exactly. I'm just telling you, man. You was dealing with a twisted minded individual, man. Just so you
Man,
know.
she twisted my shit too. Man, I don't know, man. I thought she was my light, but the devil comes as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Well,
I didn't know.
according to the Bible, they say the spirit of Jezebel is something else. You'll find it in there.
Mm.
Jezebel.
And I ain't, and I'm not a, I'm not fluent with the Bible anymore like I used to be when I was in there. But I know you'll come across it in there.
Mm.
Yeah. Speak on in Proverbs. It speak on adulterous women, and it say, you know, beware. You know, it's a trap. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I was a fool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, honestly, I didn't even really care about the money. I just wanted her. You know what I'm saying? She knew that. She knew that. You know what I'm saying?
That's big, bro.
What you
That's
mean?
huge. I mean, that's big for you. That love was powerful that you had for that woman because you just said you didn't. You know, most people do things for money.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I wasn't. I didn't think about it.
That spirit of Jezebel. Y'all know I'm gonna keep saying it. That's a powerful spirit right there. That's a powerful spirit. Lincoln said yes. Lincoln said I can hear. Carla said I can see and hear. Wow, exactly, y'all.
I was like, yeah, it's a plus, but I wanted her. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the 5 kids that she promised me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be. I had this self-righteous, selfish thing that I wanted to prove to my father that you could be there. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? He left when I was in 6th grade. Yeah, we still talk, but I always had to reach out to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he never, I don't know, it was just, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to prove that, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just did it in the wrong fucking way. You know what I'm saying? But how everything correlated with my thoughts, like my thought process and how she came and how we talked, I thought it was it. And then that 4th month, when she had brought it up, you know, I should have been like, "No, you tripping?" But I don't know. Like I already opened up to her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did that shit. To be honest with you, like I ain't not even with my wife. She always told me to communicate and open up. I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know with Kamaya. I don't know. It was just different. I don't think, but it was evil. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So like, you know, like I had this selfish thing of because I cared about Tuck, man. I cared about him. You know?
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna stop it because it's like I'm gonna take you all the way to the end when the father walks away from him.
Ruggable's birthday means your party. Save 20% on everything site-wide at ruggable.com.
The General gives you a break when you need it. And that's why we're giving you a break from this
And then
ad.
I'm gonna drop the link and see if anybody wanna come up.
That's the only thing gonna help you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Cause I mean, true enough, you killed my son, but I don't think. I know I'm looking at somebody that had a twisted mind at one point, you know. But I don't. I look at you, man. I don't think you was a bad guy to hang out with. You know what I mean? Um, you seem like a good cat, and I hate the situation had to happen. Especially, I hate it had to happen to my son. I'm never gonna. The only thing I could do is visit him in the grave,
Hmm.
you know. But I did want to hear what you had to say, and I guess I'll see you at sentencing. They haven't changed nothing yet, have they?
Not that I know of, sir.
September 23rd.
Right. Pre-sentence is on the 20th.
All right, man. I appreciate you talking to me. I hope you feel a lot better. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
I know it wasn't even, it's still fucked up, you know, but I really hope you can forgive me. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would like for you to still visit me. You know, I know you probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I hope you will still visit me, you know,
Wow.
and forgive me, you know, honestly.
Well, I'm gonna have to do what you're doing. I'm gonna have to talk to God and work on that.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna keep an open mind.
Jesus.
Good enough.
All right.
Wow. Yeah. Lord, hold on, y'all. Let me drop this link. Yeah. Let me drop this link. Whoo. Y'all see what this man have been went through. He have been lost it. If anybody want to come up and share anything, let me catch these comments real quick. Marissa said, shaking my head, gaining so much knowledge. Can a Jezebel be a man too? Because I felt like I dealt with one, had me I feel like I dealt with one, had me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yes, the spirit of Jezebel can definitely be in a man too. Definitely. I believe that it could be a man, it could be in a man too. Yes, Carla, that is definitely correct. The power of prayer, because I almost thought my whole relationship, threw my whole relationship away for one. damn near lost my mind. But God, see, you got experience, so you definitely know about the spirit of Jezebel. And I'm trying to think, have I experienced the spirit of Jezebel, the man? I knew what you meant, sis. I'm just trying to think. I believe I have, but no, I don't think I have because of the simple fact that I'm not even gonna say, but I don't think I have. That I was head over heels and would do anything they say. Very closely related to the narcissist. Yeah, but the Jezebel to have you jumping from buildings, doing what this man right here did. Marissa said, right, Nitty. Sounds like a narc to me. That spirit of Jezebel, I hope the narcissists don't have you doing stuff like he done did and stroked your ego so hard where you done took somebody's life. So I don't know. I'm gonna research that, Nitty. I'm gonna research that because that spirit of Jezebel is a powerful spirit, honey. It's powerful because this man, he still got the at this time right here, he's still in prison, but at this time, he still had that spirit on him because he's sitting there and took this man's son life because that spirit and took him over, and he took him on. What she say? Did she say anything else about me? Like, what in the hell is happening? I mean, what in the world? But see, he didn't got in that Bible now. He didn't got in that Bible, so he he didn't got in that Bible now, so that's kind of helping him. That's kind of helping him. Carla said, "Do you know what happened to her?" They said, "I think she's got the death penalty." I
She
come
just
back with I come back with a update on where they at, but I know he's still in prison. But I heard when he said to the father that she getting fried, so I think she got the death penalty. They can convince you, Nitty said. I did a lot of things I wouldn't have normally done. The spirit just didn't penetrate me. Glory be to God. Okay, okay, Nitty. Okay, Marissa, what's popping, girl?
man, that was powerful, man. And
Yes.
it just allowed me to reflect when I stepped out of my relationship, and I'm talking low because he's my man is over there smoking. How
Okay.
I felt like I couldn't say no to this man. It's like he controlled my every move that like I had to hear from this man, and I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I even thought about, and I'm just being brutally honest, maybe if I poison my man
Oh,
to get him out the way, then I can finally be with him, because what was blocking us from being fully together was because I was still with my man.
that was Jezebel.
And I promise you, for 5 years, I felt like I was going crazy. I felt like I couldn't be without him. I had to have him. I had to have him. It was to a point that I was sending this motherfucker money. And excuse my language.
Girl, you okay?
Sending money that I really didn't have. Making sure, you know, he had money, and the whole time the motherfucker was a drug addict, a whole dope addict.
Mm.
But what led me one day, um, about a month before he got put in jail, I was in my room and I shared this story, how I kept looking at my man sleep, sound asleep. And I'm looking at my TV like I better turn this off. But I just laid in the bed and let the light reflect on me. So I started crying and I kept looking because the conviction of everything that I was thinking
Mm.
during dealing with this man. And I'm like, God, this man doesn't deserve this. I know that we have been through hard times, but you are showing me that he is fighting for his family. Why do I feel Like I cannot let go. I promise you. I was
And hold
crying
strong.
my heart out. And I'm like, Lord, I just need a sign. Any sign. Show me something, a sign that you're listening to me. Now, let me remind you, it wasn't necessary for us to have our AC plugged up. Okay? And believe me when I say this, the AC was unplugged. The minute I poured my heart and said, God, just show me a sign that you are listening, that you know that you're understanding what I'm going through right now. And I promise you, about 2 seconds later, the AC cranked up and started. You know what startled me? When I looked at the plug and seen that the fucking AC wasn't plugged. Girl, I got so scared. I ran downstairs, took my pillow and my blanket, and slept downstairs. But that minute I said that, about 2 weeks later, I get a collect call, and it was him. And then he eventually called me on three-way and was like, "Babe, I'm in jail. Um, I'll be out, okay?" He must have felt in my spirit that I was already gone, meaning out of the relationship.
Right.
And the only way for me to really disconnect from this man was for me to be exposed.
Wow.
I even asked God to expose me so that my conscience could be clear. You feel what I'm saying? So I know how he feels. It's like, and I still care about him. That's the part I was like, oh shit, this man is
That's
telling my story. The only difference is that I didn't commit no murder, but I was thinking it. And 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 if we're gonna be transparent and honest, I have to say that because I was. It's crazy. That's why I asked, is it a such thing as a man Jezebel? Because he
yes.
definitely was stroking my ego. He definitely was telling me I'm the best he ever had, but at the same time treating me like shit.
Yes, that definitely was the spirit of Jezebel, and it was a stronghold too. And that's a lot. That's a lot. That spirit is powerful. Nitty Gritty said that it has a trait. I feel like it does. It's probably near that, but that Jezebel spirit for you to commit crime like that and wake up in prison and don't even realize that while you're there, that's tough. Nitty
Girl,
Gritty.
I was even sharing my affair with my youngest son.
Wow.
Now that I think back, excuse me, I know I was going crazy. Because you're not supposed to tell your kids stuff like that. I'm not thinking how it would affect him.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But I knew I was unhappy. I knew for 15 years I didn't feel worthy. I lost myself. So I thought this man was my knight in shining armor. Didn't know that he was a whole damn demon with skeletons.
Jesus.
So I just thank God for the power of prayer. I thank God that he heard me. Because baby girl, when I tell you I was wired for sound, I was bumping into trees and everything. That's
Jesus.
how far gone I was.
Hmm. Nitty Gritty.
Yeah, this is what I was basically talking about last week when I did my live, um,
Hmm.
about the narcissism and how far I was gone and I wasn't myself. And see, it's different levels to that thing. Um, but when I heard this man talking, it reminded me of me and how much control that guy had of me when I was with him. I just still had God with me, and the spirit therefore was not allowed to penetrate me. It was on me,
Hmm.
but it didn't penetrate me. Because if it did, because I would do just about everything this man would ask me to do. But when it came to doing criminal stuff or something that would, um, just jeopardize my life or somebody else's, I wasn't doing it. So I had a limit that I wouldn't go past. But if I was around long enough, and if God had just let go of me for just that one little minute, I might have done
Mm.
some things that I would have regretted for the rest of my life. That's how strong.
Jesus.
Remember, I told y'all it felt like a stronghold. I said if I
Yes.
never knew what a stronghold was, I know now
Mm.
because it gives you that feeling of desperation. You don't know how to leave.
So some of us made it out. To God
Some
be
of
the
us made
glory.
it out, and some of us did. Right.
Some of us didn't. That's tough.
And it's sad because now he's away from it and
Yep.
he can look back with hindsight and see that he was actually being controlled by somebody, by a spirit himself.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly right. I'm glad you said that because it's just sad where after you wake up from that spirit and you somewhere you don't want to be,
Yeah, you
and
wake
then
up and
mm-hmm,
when you look back, you see it. You can see it just as plain. That's why y'all hear me say, man, I thank God every day I'm here where I am with my mind. Those type of spirits get in your brain, they get in your head. They go past your heart. They get into your head and cause you to think and do things and confuse you. And yes, it's definitely the spirit. And I'm not saying that it's not a spirit of Jezebel that was on him. What I'm saying is that
mm,
spirit of Jezebel is just like a narcissist.
mm. It's a lot of women. Carla said, I think I almost been there. Mercy, mercy. Won't he do it? Carla, you hear me? Won't he do it? I'm just trying to think because that stronghold that's on him is that's strong there. That's a strong spirit right
Yeah,
there
but
because
it is. And it's different levels,
yeah.
it's different levels to it, you know. Some are stronger than others. And then it also depends on, my belief is it depends on the strength of the relationship that you have with God. Because even when you're going through those situations, God does not leave you. The Bible says he won't leave you nor forsake you. So he's still there. It just depends
Mm-hmm.
on the connection and the strength that you have in him. That's the reason why I had enough strength to not do some things I was asked to do. I could be in jail now with federal charges possibly if I had done some of the things he asked me to do.
Mm, Jesus.
So I just knew I just didn't. So it can get a hold of your mind. That stronghold can, and then that's it. That's it. You do something, and you wake up from it like, oh my gosh. Because there's been times when I said, did I do that for real? Or did I say that? Thankfully, it wasn't something that would alter my whole life.
Welcome, Shay. Oh my God.
Man, that spirit that man had, I seen it before. I even got to the point of wanting out, and I still wanted to deal with it. I seen it while we was having sexual intercourse. Um, and I just thought it was because we was under the influence.
Mm-hmm.
But God, when you're intimate with your mate or whoever, um, I know with me, I like to look in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And when he opened up his eyes, when I tell you that his entire eye was black, and I just laid there and was like, I'm fucking sleeping with the devil.
Mm.
But the crazy part is
Yes.
that I was willing to keep sleeping with him because he was digging me down. If you
Yes.
feel what I'm saying, it was like
Yes.
he had a power tool down there that had a sister
Yes.
getting ready to give up her whole entire relationship that I worked so hard to build. And
Mm-hmm.
nevertheless, let me just say, I just thank God for my best friend to keep me reminded. Remember, you don't know this man. Say to yourself how your kids is gonna feel when you introduce them. Can you introduce a
Mm-mm,
man like that? Because if
mm-mm,
he's not offering you anything, they're gonna start rebelling against you. So that kept replaying in my head what she was saying. And she would kept, and this is why we are best friends, because she was giving me what I needed to hear during the 5 years. She was excited because she started to see me flourish. She started to see me caring about myself, but also with from her the outside looking in, she seen her best friend losing her stuff. I think at the same time.
Because they can sometimes
Girl,
get caught up.
man, I was disrespecting this man. I was cussing him out, telling me to get his tail out. I said, F love. I just became this person that was foreign to him, that alerted him that somebody was in my ear. But at the end of all that, I was like, God, just expose me. I don't care how you do it, just protect me. Make sure this man gets the help that he needs. I don't care how you do it. When it happens, I'll just confess. And when I got into that big fight with my cousin, and she told everything, I mean, like didn't skip a beat. And he looked at me, waiting for me to lie, and I'm like, God was like, "This is your time." The friend that I had, she was like, "Girl, I'll take it to the grave." She's no longer my friend, by the way. That's the person that I didn't need in my life. But my sister, my best friend, was like, if you want to be free from him, you're going to have to own up to your stuff and be vocal on why this happened. Because if he leaves, then you'll be free from guilt. But if he decides to stay, you no longer have to lie. You'll be free from the sin. And man, I cried and cried and cried. I was beating myself up. And that was my first encounter in over 15 years of a real live demon. He had a demon on him. And come to find out, I wasn't the only one he was doing this to. So just imagine 5 women, me jeopardizing my health with this man that I had no clue who he was at that time. That just gave me some real chills. And let me tell you, what I just admitted to you that I even thought about outing him, this is the first time that I was able to even admit it, because I definitely was thinking it. But what
Mm.
stopped me was me thinking about how my kids was gonna feel. Shoot, me too. The guilt that I was gonna feel because I looked at this man like, Dad, he knows that I'm cheating, but he's fighting for me. You don't get that a lot in this world today. Many like, all right, you want to leave? Peace. But he showed me how much he loved me. And when everything was said and done, I was free from it. Um, he eventually admitted some things to me. And I said, if we're gonna work this out, we're gonna have to work it and stop playing. Because if we're not gonna be serious, then this relationship can no longer be. For me, I can never no longer expose myself or even get tempted to do this again, because the guilt alone messed with me for 5 years. And I was seeing what he was. God was showing me in my dreams. I promise you. This man had no idea. He's like, how are you getting this information? God was given to me in my dreams. So, with that situation with that young man, um, it released him, but also he knows he has to pay for the crime. And for the dad, now he can start on learning how to forgive him to get closure. That was his closure, although he would never get his child back. Okay, and that's it. That's all I gotta say. That touched me really. I didn't know that it was gonna touch me in this way, but how do you say you are free by the words of your testimony?
Yep.
Girl, I got it. See, I'm learning. I'm sponging it, but I'm
That's
understanding why all that was necessary. It was necessary because of what God was seeing in our relationship, but also God was showing me what I have inside of me. You feel what I'm saying? And like you
mhm,
said, God gives you warning before destructions. I had many a warnings and I ignored it
facts.
until I felt that depression kicking in.
Right.
But okay, I'm gonna go on mute.
Carla said he sounds like he is really sorry, but even now it seems like he is still fighting with him. Carla probably gone, but that's what I seen. I seen that spirit was still on him because he having more remorse about what she said in court and what she said about him instead of having more remorse for this man's son that have left away from here. So them spirits is definitely strong. The narcissist spirit, the Jezebel spirit, all of those spirits is just strong. And that was just a powerful thing that I seen. I watched that this morning. I was like, dang, Jezebel, we gonna I don't know if Erica you wanna do it or Marissa, or we could find anybody that's on our panel to do that. But we going to study. We need to study the spirit of Jezebel so people can recognize the signs of them, because we don't want nobody that we love or nobody that we connected to even, you know what I'm saying, experiences. We can be able to see the signs of the spirit of the Jezebel or the enemy. Um, and so forth. But that spirit is strong because even in his interview, y'all, I'm gonna say it again, it still was on him tough.
Well, we
So
also saw him. He's still in. The reason why he kept focusing on what that girl was saying is because he woke up and realized he was being used and bamboozled, and he realizes it costed somebody else's life, and now he's spending the rest of his life in prison, and he's seeing that um it's a hard pill to swallow when you go all out for somebody like that and you find out that it was a lie. Everything was a lie based on manipulation. So that's another thing we seeing. And
mhm.
it takes a while to shake that spirit off of you. It takes a while.
But he done grabbed onto that Bible, so
Hmm.
it'll be released soon. But that's
Oh
just how the
yeah.
yeah, that's how the enemy work. He played dirty. He played
And
dirty.
then that Jezebel spirit is gonna be revealed. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can carry it around with you. You can show up where you want to show up, but it's gonna be revealed. People will see it.
Yeah,
Like we talk about the narcissist, that mask is gonna fall off, and that Jezebel spirit will show itself.
exactly. That was just something powerful right there. I promise you. But we just gotta know the signs. Help people to know the signs. That's what our platforms is about: the teaching and learning ourselves. Because a lot of stuff that you be speaking on your page about narcissists, like that right there, let me know. Okay, that's what he was. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what he was. He was a
Mm,
narcissist. You know what I'm saying? But I
yes.
don't think that I ran into Jezebel because it was stuff that I still wouldn't do. I would be like, it would be a stronghold, but it wouldn't
Right.
be to that when they tell me to do something, I wouldn't do it because I don't know if it was because I was raised by my mama and them raised me, but my brother taught me, the world and about men and stuff. So I don't know if it was because of that, but it was like, I ain't doing that. So, but narcissists, yeah, narcissists,
It
yeah.
was a combination. I think it was a combination of both because I think it was what you learned in life, and also God still kept His hands on us.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't let us go because I'm telling you, this man asked me to bring him some stuff to prison and made
Mm.
me feel like if I didn't, I would lose the whole relationship. I would have been in jail on federal charges if I would have
Yeah.
did what he asked. I just had enough strength to say, nope, I ain't doing it. If it's the end, it's the end. I don't care.
You had some strength then. You definitely had some strength to say no. See, that's where I was. So that is right. God definitely had his hands on it. Lincoln said, right. He definitely had his hands on us because baby, I would have been gone. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. It was stuff that I would not do. So I don't think
Yes,
I had introduced fully to the spirit of Jezebel.
I'm telling you, that was a powerful video right there. It definitely kept my attention. Number one,
Ye-
for the father to stand there and listen to this, you know,
Yes.
and for him to be so open and honest and frank, it showed a lot of remorse, and it also showed that spirit is it may still be some residual stuff there, but it's released because he wouldn't be able to be that remorseful and be this honest about it. And like I said, he's in shock because he's seeing now that this lady was just manipulating to the maximum, and now he's in prison for the rest of life. Took somebody's life and everything for nothing
Yeah. And
because of a
explain to the
feeling that you had, a feeling. You know,
yep.
that's
Dang.
deep.
Yes, very deep, honey. I promise you, because I seen that. I said I definitely got to share this because that spirit is tough. And I know I'm a mother, and I've seen my son go through with some spirits of Jezebel, but I had to continue to just pray because I knew the spirit. And I kept telling my son, like, she ain't right, baby, she ain't right. But he was just so over heels and love child, he ain't accepting nothing.
Yes.
And I'm like, son, I'm
Hmm.
trying to tell you, but I had to sit back and I had to just pray. And then that's
Yeah.
when he's seen it, you know.
Yes.
And that's how it
Yes.
always is. Even my daughters, they done had some spirits of Jezebel too, and I would call it out. And I'm like,
That's right.
that's the enemy. That man right there holding the spirit is the enemy. And she was like, Mom, how you know? I said, because every time he come around me, he put his head down. I've never seen that she's no longer dealing with him no more. But I've never seen his eyes or his face. He will always come around me and have his head down.
Oh yeah.
I said he can't face me because I know who he is and he know who I am.
Oh yes. That's
Yeah.
right.
And they be
And you
gone. And
know
my
what?
daughter,
It is a
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
you
going to
fine.
say it is a good topic to have because you need to know like not just signs of when you're in a relationship, but just everyday life. I mean, we
Yes.
don't know if we have like leaders or bosses or whether it's your sister or your brother or we just don't know, and it's good to know these signs. So even if you have no clue or you don't have a lot of discernment, you can still kind of recognize when you got a Jezebel sitting before you. Because they
Yep.
can be very cunning and you don't even know that they're there. But like I
Yes.
said, eventually you'll see it. God will let you see what kind of spirit you're dealing with.
You hear me? I done ran into a Jezebel spirit, but not far as a relationship, but far as a boss. She was my boss and she took me in and she was so loving. She was so kind. I had just moved back down to North Carolina and my kids wanted me back down here because I said, when my kids get grown, I'm moving back to the DMV. They got grown. I moved. I came down here. I was staying with my daughter because I needed to help her with the kids and stuff. And girl got this job, and this woman, she just opened me up with open arms. Yes, you is so nice. You so special. Oh my God, you can cook. I was the head cook. I mean, she was just, and I'm gonna make sure you get this job, and I'm gonna make sure you get a raise, and da 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 da. And then when she began to find out the church that I was going to at this time. She began to find out what church I went to, and I'm praying over her. She going through things and all of this stuff. And then when she was getting to find out that, she told me, she said, God told me that you are supposed to mentor me. But at this time, when she said that, Erica, I already had been started seeing different things in her. And I was like, he told you that? And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm going to pray about it. And if he tell me that, that's what's going to happen, whatever. So when I turned her down, she began to get angry just over that, Erica. Then she would complain about this. We would have meetings at this long table, and she would begin to say, and somebody left the food on this side. And every time she directed anything, she would be staring at me, nitpicking with me all day. I'm on the line. She'll go pull my food off the line. It ain't right when everybody looking and saying that it's nothing wrong with the food. I mean, she nitpicked with me. I cried. I had to go to my pastor because at this point, let me find the thing. Wait a minute. I done did that wrong. Erica.
I'm here.
Okay. But at this point, I hadn't had my own place now. And so now she knows I have my own place. I mean, she knows just about all my business because I didn't open up to this Jezebel. And so now she's holding it against me using my job. So I'm like, what in the world? And I was making good money to pay my rent and everything I needed. And she just nitpicking. And I'm talking about, I done went to the pastor. When this woman stand behind my back, I will feel fiery flames going up my back.
Lord.
I had to go to the church. I had to tell Mama D, that's what her name was. She was my mentor in church. And I said, Mama D, every time this woman come behind me, I said, I feel fiery flames on my back. She said, baby, you got to keep the armor of God on you. She said, that spirit is the spirit of Jezebel. And that spirit don't like you. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing but tell her I'm not about to be her mentor because I didn't like her ways. She said, just keep the armor of God on you. And I would go to work and I would be so broken. I would leave and go home, Erica, and sit in my driveway, Erica, and cry. I ain't never been a crier. I've been a fighter. But I didn't because I hadn't left my whole life in the DMV to be down here with my children, and I can be here, but I want to live in my own house. I want to keep grandkids when I want to. You know what I'm saying? And honey, it was like a release. I would talk to my sister on the phone. This is what happened today. This what happened today. This what happened. I mean, to the fact my sister was like, I'm about to come up there because I'm sick of her. I don't need no backup. It's just like this spirit is just running me crazy. You hear me? So we had a meeting at this long table. I told the story on my channel before. We had a meeting. And when we had that meeting, honey, at this point, she had did a lot of stuff to a lot of people. Okay? So this how God will use you. He gonna make you uncomfortable when he tell you to move, but you can't see your next move, if you know what I'm saying. I can't see my next move, but I know God need me to move out of this spot. So I can't see where I'm going next. But I got to be able to have that blind faith where I trust God so much in his word that he said he will never leave me nor forsake me. He will supply me with all my needs according to his riches and glory. I needed that scripture in me. So, honey, I sat at that table with my own house, bills, no man at the time. And this girl that got in this meeting and she done got the looking at me and rolling her eyes and moving her head. Erica, we was at the metal table look like the work tables, the food service table.
Yes.
Erica, I hit that girl. I hit
table.
that. Listen, I hit that table so hard it sounded like a bomb had been dropped. Everything I had, I took my fist and hit that table. Honey, when I hit that table, they scattered like little mice. Honey, when I tell you I let loose on that woman, honey, I took my time card off and threw it at her. That's what she had got me to, cause I was tired. I was tired of this spirit. And I know what my pastor and them just said, and I believe in the spirit that they carried. They were telling me the right thing, that this was a Jezebel spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I knew I wasn't supposed to physically fight this spirit, I was supposed to pray. I didn't pray for her too many nights and did nothing happen. So I just had to move in another direction. But I didn't hit her. But she felt like I hit her after everything I had said to her. You hear me? She felt like I had been punched her all up in her face, but I never touched her. I just used every word. But my last words to her was, God gonna give me a front row seat. I said, you hear me? I said, he gonna give me a front row seat to see what you're doing. The lady we used to call her grandma, she was pulling me out the way. She was saying, baby, please don't hit her. The girl was pregnant. When I left out of there with no job or nothing, she went in labor probably a week later. I got on my knees and I prayed for this lady and this baby. I prayed for this enemy. You hear me? I prayed because I needed her to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Even though she done that to me.
Right.
Okay, she was okay. I get my phone started ringing 2 weeks later. No, Erica, I went and got another job on the other side. And when I got a job on the other side, I came back over to the cafeteria to visit my people. My new boss that I never started yet called me. He said, Wanda, come to my office. I came to his office. He said, give me your time card. I said, what's wrong? He said, she called and said that you threatened her. Let me say, wow.
Oh, Lord.
I said, I threatened her. I ain't argue with her. Because when I seen her, she turned 2 shades blacker than what she was. So I left. I done got fired again now. I quit the first one, got fired because she done lied on me. And I went home to my own house still with no job. My peoples called me from the job. They said, Wanda, they said all the big people was here with briefcases and suitcases and everything, and they waiting in the break room. Because she was coming back from maternity leave. When she came back from maternity leave, she walked in there, and you know they walked her back out that building. She no longer had a job there anymore because of everything that she had done to all of the people. They put her picture up there in the guard shack, said she was no longer allowed on their property. See, I had to go in there and free the people. That's why I had to endure so much. You know how when they say, God say that he will put you through it because he going to give you my hardest battles to my strongest soldiers. Them people was in that plant. They were suffering from this Jezebel spirit. They were suffering. So God used me. When I left, you would have thought I was a celebrity. Them people was calling my phone. We thank you. We thank you. But I didn't do nothing but go in there and allow God to use me. So the people can get set free. After I left there, and I'm sitting there with no job now. I'm okay. I got to go back to my daughter's house. No, God said, go to the store. I went to the store. This dude I used to work in his beauty salon when I used to do hair years ago. And he said, where you at? He said, I need you to come down there to my barbershop. We got a whole kitchen in there. You can have it. I said, okay, God, I see where you at. Left that business, moved and had my own Herbalife business. Left out of there, had a food truck. God always kept me busy. Until where I'm in this restaurant now. So he always made a way out of nowhere. So that's why I said that wasn't my permanent residence at that job. I had to go in and free the people.
Right.
From this Jezebel spirit. So you got to have some power inside of you when you begin to start fighting them Jezebel spirits.
Yes.
I was getting weak though, Erica.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. It'll drain you. Yeah, it'll do some things to you. It's powerful.
Right? That Jezebel spirit almost tried to make me go to prison. I promise
That's what I'm saying. Yes, it'll do that to you, you know.
And she called me on Easter a year later. Because I told her I told her that I did, Eric. I told her, I said, wherever I see you at, that's where I'm gonna lay you down at And I told her that. I was mad.
Lord.
I was mad. And you know, this town is little. So I can see anybody in the grocery store that I know. Every time you go to the grocery store, you see somebody. It ain't no time I don't go in the grocery store or the gas station and don't see nobody I know. So like she said, this town is little. So she texted me on Easter, and her words were, if I did anything to you, because her life then went in shambles. If I have did anything to you, please forgive me. I told her, I said, I forgave you the day I walked out of that job. So she been tossing and turning a year later. But I had to free her and let her know I forgave you. But she didn't. That's how the Jezebel spirit worked, because she didn't even say, she said, if I.
She said what?
She said, if I did something to you.
If I did something.
Yep. That's how they work.
If I.
That let you know that spirit is still in her.
Yeah, no accountability, you know. They didn't do anything, but if you think I did, then this. That's how they, yep, that's it.
Cost her job. She was a supervisor. Just by playing with God's children.
No, you can't play with God's children, and you definitely can't play with God.
You better talk about it.
Definitely can't play with God. No, you can't.
It's so many battles that I done had to fight, and God brought me out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting battles right now and still able to turn my live on and encourage somebody else.
That's right.
And
Me
encourage
too.
somebody else.
Yes, that's something else when you can do that. When you still have the ability to go through what you're going through and still give others hope and belief and faith to move on. That is something else.
Yeah, because you got to put your feelings to the side. Your platform is not for your feelings.
That's right.
My pastor used to say that. He said the pulpit is not for your feelings.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
You got to put whatever you're going through aside, and you still got to be able to do God's work.
Exactly, 100%.
Yep. And that's just fact. So my husband is up there, long haul, talking about I love your channel. He don't go somewhere sit down. Erica T is over here talking about I love your channel.
I see it.
Over here in my business.
Oh, that's sweet.
But yeah, the channel, your platform is definitely not for your feelings, because you ain't gonna get nothing accomplished.
No, it's not.
Right. And my mission is just to help somebody and listen to somebody help me.
Right.
That's Erica. That's Erica Legend. Your picture not up. That's probably why he asking that. And then your name ain't up there either.
Who, me?
Legend said, who is that on the panel?
He's funny. You mean you don't recognize my voice?
He's talking about, hey Erica, how you?
It's me, Legend. It's Erica. Yes.
Yeah, so this right here was absolutely a good learning live, but I definitely cut my live on to try to, help somebody, and I definitely go in all y'all lives to try to learn something myself, because I'm definitely teachable. And no, I don't know everything.
Yes, and beware of the Jezebel spirit.
Yes.
Be able to decipher the spirits that are around you. Recognize if it's a spirit, a godly spirit, if it's a godly spirit in disguise. Just look for the signs, and if you encounter a Jezebel, walk away. Just pray for that discernment to see what you're dealing with.
That's it.
But it's many out here, and we definitely don't want to be in that position that young guy was in.
We don't want to be in that position.
They can get in your head and have you do a lot of things that you wouldn't normally do. Then when you wake up, it's like you woke up out of a dream. You can't even believe you
Exactly.
really did what you did because you were under control.
Under
Um,
control.
but they get in your
That's
mind. So guard your heart and your mind.
that's it. Cause I'm definitely out here learning too, see different stuff, and it's bad. Legend of Oz, the Legend of Oz. What's popping, brother?
How you doing, Sister Love? What's going on? How you doing, Erica? How's
I'm
y'all
good.
Saturday going?
Hey,
It's doing
all
good.
right.
You got a very distinguished voice, Erica. I knew that was you. I just had to be sure.
Oh,
Niggas over there messing with you.
you
What's going
picking,
on, baby?
okay?
I'm just picking, Eric. You know me. You know me. How's everyone? How y'all doing
Yeah,
today?
You doing good,
we
Legend.
doing all
I called
right.
it live when I was going off. What was your title? What was your title today?
My title?
Yes.
Uh, I forgot what I put. It wasn't really no title. It was just Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Yes, yes. But yeah, we was over here studying about the spirit of Jezebel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We just watched a little clip of this man that took this man's son away because the man, his daughter-in-law, had that spirit on him, on her, and she transferred that thing into him, and he just took that man's life, and he in prison right
Oh,
now,
wow.
Hmm.
and confused. He's very
Yeah.
confused. Yeah,
And I
he.
think it was one of you all in a live a couple of days ago when you say sometimes you do things and you wake up, you in jail or you didn't kill somebody, you don't even know what the hell happened. You don't even know what's
Yes.
going on. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it can
That's it.
happen depending on how deep them people get in your mind. I mean, that's why you got to be careful. You got to pay attention to the signs. I kind of liken the Jezebel spirit with the like narcissistic behavior. That dark empath thing I talked about too. It's a powerful stronghold. When it gets attached to you, it's powerful. It can
Right.
make you do some things that you never thought you would do in your life. And I know
Mm.
this man is sitting in prison now. Probably, I mean, I know he's remorseful because he talked to the ladies, I mean to the guy's dad, but he got to
Right.
live with that for the rest of his life, and it ain't nothing he can do as much as he want to take that back. He can't,
Right.
all because of a spirit that entered into his life and took advantage of his mind.
Uh.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
Wow.
just
that's
talking about
good.
how you just got to be careful in life, period, because you never know who's carrying that spirit on them.
Uh,
Just never know.
I remember I remember one time when I was going to the mall with this lady. She was a good friend of the family's, and we was going to the mall, and I just look over to her and I see her shaking, just shaking and just shaking, and I was, I think, 16 or 17, and she was just shaking. All of a sudden I seen this vapor cloudy face,
Hmm.
Mm.
this evil face, like it looked like a
Lord have
gorilla
mercy.
came right outside of her skin, like came out of her face
Oh
for maybe
God.
2 seconds and went back in. And I never thought nothing of it. When you young, whether I was 16 or 17, you see stuff, and I guess, well, in my case, I saw it, and it was nothing that, I didn't even question it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but it was so crazy. Like, it was a cloudy vapor face, looked just like a gorilla came right through her face. I was like,
Mm.
Oh my
you know.
God.
So, so 20 years later, no, that's 15. 15 years later, I come back into town. It had to be close to 2000 because I was in New York or Virginia, but I came back in DC, and his the lady's brother, he said, my sister, she died. And I said, wow. I said, what happened? And he was like, man, she just stabbed her face up. She stabbed her face, her neck up, like she killed
Lord
herself.
have
Oh
mercy.
God.
And her daughter was in the where she had went in the bathroom and she was just screaming, get this demon out with me, just this demon out with me. Get this, she stabbed her face that and she killed herself, right? So um like I said, I didn't think nothing of it, right? So I'm at the funeral and stuff, and they were saying, yeah, she used to see demons and stuff, and she thought a demon was inside of her, but she was always like that, They was like she was a schizophrenic or something, right?
Mm.
So me and her brother got in the car. He had took me home, and no, okay. At the funeral, they was like, yeah, her mother had did the same thing. So I said, so we were in the car. He's taking me home. So I said, why? I was like, I'm so sorry. What happened to your sister? I was like, but I was overhearing at the funeral that your mother had did the same thing. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, my mother used to see demons and stuff, and she used to talk to herself a lot, and she had put us in a she had 6 kids. She put all of us in a circle and she blew her head off right in front of her kids.
Oh God.
And so and he said she kept seeing demons and stuff. Um and so I was like, damn. So when I got home, I was like, oh my motherfucking God. I was like, no, it took me about a week to figure it out. I was like, damn, she actually probably did see demons.
Claim it.
Was she did because I saw it, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
I never got a chance
Yes.
to tell him. Like I didn't put the whole everything together because I seen that thing come out her
Right.
face like it was nothing. And then 15 years later, she stabs herself. They say over 35 times she just kept stabbing herself trying to get the demon out. And it was about a week later, but I never saw him again to tell him. And I don't really know if I would have told him, but so when I talk about demons and stuff like that, like I tell you, I don't talk about nothing that I haven't experienced at
Right.
least
Experience.
100%.
Right.
So when I say
Right.
anything about demons, trust me, that was just one time. I swear to God, I swear to the universe, I swear on everything, I would never ever want to see that ever again, knowing
Yes.
what it is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
thank God every day that when at that age that I didn't know, it probably would have freaked me out. I didn't know nothing about demons and angels and aliens or none of that shit. I wasn't into that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm.
like, damn. So when he said that she kept seeing this, right? I only seen it once. Okay, but to keep seeing something jump out your body, to
Jesus.
keep seeing something like that over and over again. I said, well, how did your mother? Um, he was like, my mother. He said these exact words. He said, she was a good person. She used to see demons. Legend. She used to talk to herself. She was real funny. And once I put what he said together, and I said, and what I saw and what his sister did to herself, I couldn't help. That's receipts, right? That's facts. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because I could not imagine seeing that
Mm-mm.
over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine seeing a ugly gorilla looking face in clouds come right through somebody's skin and go right back in. You know, so
Love you. Mm.
so it was but yeah, so when I say whether it's demon spirits, whatever it was unnatural, I tell you that. And to just think like, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, I couldn't imagine seeing anything like that at my age, you know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
thank God that I saw it at a time in which I didn't know nothing about it.
Didn't
It
know.
probably would have freaked me the hell out, like, oh my gosh, I saw a demon, but or
Yeah.
a spirit, but I just wanted to share that.
It'll freak you out. It'll
Yeah.
freak you out for real because I knew
Mm-hmm.
about them because I was raised in church and I remember I saw something when it's crazy. You was 16, I was 15, and it
Mm-hmm.
scared me because I knew what I was looking at. So it
Mm.
will scare you
Mm-hmm.
because at that age you don't know how to fight it or deal with it or you just don't know.
Right.
Right.
So it's scary. Mm-hmm. That's
Yes, it
something.
definitely is, honey. So, Legend, what do you call that gift?
My I go by astrology. About 50% when I a good 40% when I go into a lot because I see a lot in astrology. I see a lot in everything that everybody believes, and I put it that way. I don't discriminate against nobody's teachings or anything. But
Mm,
when I look at that, my mother, my grandmother is a Pisces, and one thing I learned about Pisces, they see more than the average sees. Like they really see. Like Gemini's have a gift of seeing the future.
mm,
Scorpios, they're water signs, so they're really really deep in the water. It's like a realm we can't even see as an air sign. You know what I'm saying? But my
mm,
grandmother had real special gifts, and she was a Pisces. So I think that one moment came from the Pisces side, maybe in my blood, because I don't normally see stuff like that. I don't have a lot of stories in which I've seen stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think it was just maybe a sight that maybe was inherited from my grandmother.
mm,
So I think that's just how I saw it. I don't even have a story to say of anything else that I've ever saw, but um, something like that. So I really, it's not nothing I can really say that it's happened over and over again. That's like one story.
right.
Mm.
Well, now Pisces, that's true because my oldest daughter, she have a lot of experience. But my son, that's a Libra, he has a lot of experiences too. And my daughter, that's
Mhm.
Taurus, have a lot of experiences too. My mother has an amazing gift that she was kind of scared of, but it's just a lot, and
Yeah,
Mhm.
we
it's
leave
a
them
lot.
unrecognized. We have to talk about them. Like I be telling my kids, feel free. Like they don't have no problem picking up the phone, call mom. This what happened, mom. This what I seen.
Yeah.
So I know that.
Mm.
But you got to be careful of who you tell your stuff to because they'll try to
Right.
That's
turn.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
now
That's right.
that ain't what you saying. You probably was
That's right.
tripping. Yeah,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
you
Yeah.
can't
Mm-hmm.
you can't let them do that to you.
Or
Now
you get
one
a
thing
crazy
about
label.
Yeah,
Now, one thing about I can say a lot of people say that Geminis are misunderstood, but if you have a Pisces that's really deep in the rabbit's hole, Geminis can't even understand the Pisces sometimes. Like they really get deep, like they really see some deep
yeah.
shit. Like,
And
you
that's
know.
my daughter. Trust my middle child, my oldest one. Like she real deep with it, and she quiet. She get quiet on you.
And she has Gemini in her.
That's
She
how
get
my
real.
son is. My son is one of my oldest son is very quiet and he
Mm-hmm.
see a whole lot of things. He's a Pisces, I think.
I
February the
already
25th.
know.
I think that's a Pisces, right? Because I'm
What you
not
said
Yeah,
it
into
one,
astrology.
say it one more
February the
time.
25th.
February.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
February the
That's
Pisces.
25th.
the same day my daughter's
And then my
birthday.
Oh
my other
wow,
two,
ain't that
it's
something?
the
Yeah,
same day. That's
yes.
crazy.
My
All
mother
mine are born in February. My
really.
other two children are February the 1st and February the 5th.
Wow, my daughter is February. The one that owned the beauty shop. She February 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yep.
it
So
is.
I
It
got
is.
Aquariuses too. I don't know how they are. I know my other son, he feels things like when people come certain energies, he just pick up on them
That's
quick,
me.
qu-
I don't
quicker
like
than I
that.
do.
That's me. I do not.
Th-
I promise y'all. I used to tell God, like, listen, why? I do not like to
yeah, feel stuff.
everything.
I do
And
too. That's why retreat. I go into a little hole for a little bit because I feel it. I do. But for him to be so young, I didn't feel it when I was that young. He's just 18. I
mm,
think he's 18. Yeah, he's 18 and he feels stuff quicker than I will.
it makes me uncomfortable that I can feel stuff.
That's
Feel people.
right.
It makes me very uncomfortable because I know, okay, God, you said I don't need to be around these people. I don't need to be around. I don't need to be here. Like He shows me, like, go on and go.
Yeah, yeah.
it's very uncomfortable because
It is.
it puts a lot of stress and it puts a lot of weight on you, you know. So, well, for me it does, and I have to
Mhm.
literally decompress. I spend a lot of my time on the weekends to myself because everything everybody has fed me. Like you say, you a trash can, so am I. People just pour stuff into me, and I got to get it out. So I
Yeah,
spend a lot of time to myself. Then dealing with the stuff I have to deal with, it's like I just have to get it out, you know. So
exactly.
yeah, I mean, we all connected, and we connected for a reason because we got a whole lot in common. Um,
Exactly.
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
people don't
Yeah,
understand it, you know. Some of us are on different levels, but it's a commonality there.
yeah, and another thing, everybody can't go.
Huh?
Everybody can't go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. Everybody
that's
can't
true.
go and everybody definitely won't understand. So you're right. You have to pick and choose who you say stuff to because
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
I said, you say it to the wrong person, you automatically crazy,
Crazy.
you know, or something ain't right about you, you know.
Yep.
So you just have to use, you know, your wisdom, and
Right.
you'll know who you can talk to and who you
Positive.
can't.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Simple as that.
Yep. What did you say, Erica?
I say you'll know who you can talk to and who you can't talk to. We
Exactly.
can know, we figure it out. We figure it out real quick. So
Yep.
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff I know and I don't share, especially on the internet because I would be called literally crazy. I just keep it to myself. But
Exactly. But you got people that you can share things with now, because
oh
we all
yeah,
be crazy now.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure we some people call us crazy probably. All them crazy people over there, you
Uh huh.
know.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. I know I'm
But
I've
not
been
it's
called.
crazy.
I've been called crazy, weird, and strange ever since I came in this sector. Shit, I don't care. But it's funny because that's what I wanted my channel to be, some weird, crazy, strange stuff. So
Yeah,
I
right.
was
you want to
I
be
was
like the
good.
norm. Right.
Hell
It's
no, hell no.
but
I
it's
was
a
just
beautiful
Mm,
thing to be able to have a platform with like-minded people that's on the same level
right.
it
that
is.
that you can express this stuff with, because you don't be having nobody you really can't, what I'm saying, get this stuff off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. Especially in this sector because you got people so distracted by all this other stuff they can't even see what's going on in real life.
Now that's a fact.
Am I? Oh, I didn't know if I was still there or not. Yeah, you
That's
know you get blinded by all of this stuff.
it is,
There's
but
some real stuff going on out here.
yeah, definitely. But you just gotta separate the two. This is entertainment. A lot of stuff is entertainment up here.
Hmm.
A lot of people just take it to the heart, but it's definitely entertainment. You cut your computer on, have a
Just
good time. You
entertainment.
bored, do something, and that's the way it's supposed to. That's the way you're supposed to hang with it. So, but anyway, y'all, I done did 2 hours on this thing. You hear me? No
Yes.
monetize, nothing. That still ain't fixed my channel. I don't know. I guess I'll fix it tomorrow or something. I'm gonna try to fix it tomorrow. I don't even know what to do. I gotta go in it and try to figure it out. But they said something that I
Okay.
gotta do. I'll
Well,
figure
I
it
hope
out.
you
But
can
anyway,
get
I
it
gotta
right.
go. Huh?
I said I hope you can go ahead and get it right.
Girl, I know. Did they send you an email and tell you that
They
that
did
your
on the same day you said it. They did that morning.
yeah,
I got one. The same day you told us about it, I got one.
yeah. I don't
Hmm.
know why they took it, but it said that something about my identification or something. So I don't know if my address is in there wrong or whatever. But I don't care. I'm
It's
still gonna.
crazy.
Yeah, how you gonna
They
take
give it
it?
to you, then take it away. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I ain't doing that wrong or nothing. That's what the message said, that
Hmm.
your identification, or you got your identity or something like that. But the only
Right.
thing is, I know I didn't send my tax papers in, but I don't see the spot where I'm supposed to do it. So my man said he gonna go in it and see if he can fix it too. I had my homegirl
Right.
trying to do it. She didn't get it. So anyway,
Okay.
it'll work out one of these days. Anyway, y'all have a
Right.
blessed day, legend. I'ma holler at you both.
Okay. All right. Thanks for having me up here. It's always a
No, you
pleasure.
won't keep coming.
Hmm.
All
Y'all
right.
have a good one.
All right.
Lincoln said, I'm
Okay.
back. We gone. Lincoln, we is gone, girl. Come on back. Yes, we gone, baby. You go live tonight. Erica, you gonna do tonight or tomorrow?
I don't know. I probably won't do tonight, but I'm not. I don't think I will do tonight. I don't know. I don't know if I'll even be on this weekend. I may. I don't know. I got a situation that But anyway, I don't know. But I'll let y'all know.
All right, I look for you. Lincoln, go ahead on now over there laughing. We gone, girl. We done did 2 hours. See y'all later. Love
Oh,
y'all.
Lincoln.
Uh-huh.
It was a good